सबसे पहले तो वो था कि तेरे को you're adopted, वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा था। फिर वो थ्योरी होती पुराने चावल बेच के लेके आए तेरे को, I was very bullied.
Even as a child, I've been very closed. And only selective few people have seen that vulnerable side of me.
मैं बहुत ही open book हूँ. And at the same time, there is a part of me that I don't think anybody has seen. Now that I'm, at this age and I look back, I think my dad did a fab job, yeah. Because I've seen people with traumas, with their parents screwing up, and I was like, dude, ये ठीक थे यार. ये सही क्या पापा?
Radio Nasha. Hi, Pareee हूँ मैं and you're watching us on Radio Nasha. Love Adhura. It's streaming on Amazon Mini TV for free.
Free.
तो अगर आपने नहीं देखा है सबसे पहले तो वो देख लो. And with me in the studio, Karan Kundrra and Fernandes. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you, Pareee?
I am very, very good. How have you both been? Show release हो चुका है. What's the excitement like? Have you gone through the comments? Have you tried to understand कि कैसा चल रहा है, क्या माहौल बन रहा है?
पागलपंती चल रही है, by the way. Thank you for all the love, guys. सारे comments, सब कुछ. In fact, जब हमने सिर्फ एक वो भी डाला था ना, पिक्चर भी डाली थी, तब से एक्साइटमेंट शुरू हो गई थी. As America had said in another interview. And then the trailer came, the teaser came, and then इन्होंने
excitement increased.
अपनी सारी theories बना ली इन्होंने. ये ऐसा होगा, ये होगा, वो होगा.
It was good for us. We'll get some kind of ideas for the next plot.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what's the best feedback you've heard अभी तक शो के लिए, अपनी performances के लिए?
There were quite a few which said that one, because we've done a music video together before, but again that is just a very short thing. So this is a time where we
भूल भी गया था.
हाँ, ये भूल गया था.
कब की बात है? When was this?
A year or two ago.
Yeah, I don't remember. ऐसी. And they said that our chemistry looks very good, and we've played our parts. We've done justice to our roles, which is very different for him and me to be playing on screen. So I think that's good for us, yeah.
It begins with car, a vintage car, और वो कार कैसे चोरी हो जाती है. But I want to know from both of you, are you protective of your cars? Like, are you the one कि कोई दरवाजा बहुत जोर से बंद करता है, like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah. Even in this show, the first time she sits in my car, वो मेरी गाड़ी भी नहीं है, बस वो vintage है, उसने इतनी जोर से मारा था, and I just flinched. And that made it to the cut, because that Tan was like, why did you flinch? I said, उसने दरवाजा जोर से मारा है. He's like, is that a nuance? I was like, no, that it just came. He's like, oh.
I thought so. क्योंकि वो natural impulse या natural reaction रहा होगा. Because many people are very, very territorial about their car.
यार वो देखिए वो जो boyfriends तुम्हारे वो जो makeup का ठाक करके मारते हैं, and then they show you कि दरवाजा भी ऐसे ही बंद करना है. That's the struggles really. Yeah.
Okay, has anybody told you guys a horror story as a joke? डराने की कोशिश की गई है एक भूतिया कहानी बताकर.
हाँ.
Like how you did, right?
Yeah.
Parents तो हमें ये बचपन में तो हो गया.
वो तो शेयर है किस्सा?
I mean ऐसे ही मतलब बता रहा हूँ, जो मेरी 3 बड़ी बहनें हैं, तो वो तो मतलब सोच लो क्या मतलब मेरे को कैसे डराती होंगी ये लड़कियाँ. सबसे पहले तो वो था कि तेरे को you're adopted, वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा था. फिर वो थ्योरी होती पुराने चावल बेच के लेके आए तेरे को, I was very bullied. And then you're not the most loved, या वो ऐसे वैसे, वो horror stories से कम नहीं है. मैं जो मेरे से बिल्कुल बड़ी है ना, she was a brat. Like we are like literally siblings, क्योंकि 2-3 साल का ही फर्क है, बाकी थोड़ी ज्यादा बड़ी है. तो उसका तो यही काम धंधा लगता था मुझे उसकी जिंदगी का, कि ये बस इसको किसी तरीके से डरा धमका के रखूंगा. क्योंकि उसको पता था एक दिन ये मुझसे बड़ा होता रहेगा, एक दिन मुझसे 3-4 फीट बड़ा हो जाएगा.
Erika, what about you?
बहुत लंबी कहानी है, इसलिए I don't know if I can share it, but in the shorter version I could just say that there was
Sorry. Your question was किसी ने आपको एक horror story सुनाई है और मजाक बना के, और इसीलिए वो लंबी कहानी मैंने कहा एरिका रिलेशनशिप के बारे में बात. Same thing. Horror story बाद में मजाक निकली.
There was a time where, we cousins used to sit and talk about horror stories. We used to discuss all of this. And then there was this one story that was told by one of my cousins, where he was like, suddenly in the night, late night, we were all, cousins were together. I was not there. And they were in Punjab for a wedding. And they were there, and all the youngsters were together. And some of them decided to, to call the spirit, to do that. And I don't know if they did it right, they didn't do it right, but after half an hour, the lights went out. The lights went out. They started hearing sounds because it's very quiet. Electricity goes very quiet. Then you can hear everything, right? And the tap, the water started running in the tap suddenly.
Achha.
The door shut. So these guys were like, they were building up all of the suspense. Suspense build hota ja raha tha. Later on, we get to know that pani gayi hui thi. The water came back, and it was nothing related to calling the spirits. It was nothing related to that. These people didn't even know how to call spirits. They were just playing with the board, and we got to know that actually it was an electricity cut, and there was also water cut, which came back. So there was the horror story, which was not a horror story.
It was not a
comedy
horror story. Love Adhura is of course about thriller, mystery, a bit of horror, but it's also so much about love, right? And that's the thing that I really like about Amazon Mini TV कि बहुत सारे different forms of love through stories वो explore कर रहे हैं. Like कहीं तो यार प्यार मोहब्बत की बातें हो रही है.
Correct.
Do you think कि प्यार मोहब्बत पर content बनना थोड़ा कम हो गया, and क्यों आपको लगता है ऐसा हो रहा है?
Because बहुत बने हैं.
I think ये क्या होता है ना कि एक चीज चलती है, फिर 5 लोग वही चीज बनाते हैं. तो अगर स्कैम चला तो now everybody is making scam. अगर कोई डार्क कॉमेडी चली तो सब वो करते. तो आई थिंक वो लहर आती रहती है. सो so I think that is what we are going through right now. Also after COVID ना एक influx आया है OTT का, and जब वो dust settle हो जाएगी फिर I think हो जाएगा वो.
But as actors, क्या like मुझे ऐसा लगता है that to show love on screen and to show chemistry on screen which looks natural, जिसे आपको देखकर ही नहीं लगा कि यार ये क्या मतलब बनावटी चीज हो रही है, वो difficult होता है ज्यादा करना as compared to playing a very suspense thriller वाला part. Do you agree? क्या वो दिखाना ज्यादा tough होता है as actors?
Yeah, I think because the thrilling situation कि आप डर गए तो आप डर गए, लेकिन आपको प्यार हो गया तो अभी उसमें कैसे as an actor I'm saying कि ठीक है यार मैंने यहाँ पे भूत देखा, मुझे डरना है. Very easy, nice and simple कि यार ऐसे मतलब ठीक है. But when you're romancing, there's a back and forth, and romancing is also a lot about reacting and less of acting. So वो एक vibe होती है. You have to get onto that energy of the other person, and
I also like the fact कि किस तरह आप लोगों की chemistry में character सुमिता नंदा की chemistry eventually develop होती है, right? Like when you guys meet, it's not like देखा और कुछ हुआ.
Correct.
There is that boat वाला very beautiful part where you guys are being vulnerable with each other, and उसके बाद वहाँ से the chemistry kicks off. In reality, are you guys able to be vulnerable with somebody you meet instantly या वक्त लगता है?
वक्त लगता है, but also it depends. I cannot be vulnerable with everyone. Only a few, certain few.
Yeah.
So that side of me.
But that also depends on your experiences in life.
That is, yeah.
I'm sure when we were younger, we were very vulnerable, and now you're like, not again.
No, I think, yeah. Talking personally about myself, even as a child, I've been very closed. And only select a few people have seen that vulnerable side of me. I've always put up a very strong front to handle situations because I've seen a lot of things in my childhood also. My father was sick he can't see properly and he can't function normally. So that has been like 15 years of his life now. So when I was 15, around that time, he met with an accident, and then the entire thing came on my mother. So she was the one working and I was the one taking care of the house. And then after that, I started working too. So I had to be an adult at a very young age. So because of that, you need to put up a strong front, and you need to be, so that vulnerability somewhere goes,
there's no place for
there's no place for that. So that is why I think after that I've become really very guarded, and I choose who to be vulnerable in front of.
Karan, what about you?
क्या था question? मैं इतना बह गया उसके साथ. I mean, imagine we've known each other. मुझे आज पहली बार पता चला ये इसकी this side of her.
How is this it's so similar to the emotion that Nandita also has in the show, right? Yeah. जब आप किसी से मिलते हो, क्या आप instantly एक open book हो पाते हो, vulnerable हो पाते हो, क्या वक्त लगता है?
एक तो मैं बहुत ही open book हूँ, and at the same time, there is a part of me that I don't think anybody has seen. So this, I'm a Libran, right? तो मेरा extreme बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो either you think कि you know, I mean, I'm opened up with you the most, and then I'll be like, beta, not even scratching the surface yet. So yeah, I like that extreme about myself. You know, I've come across as somebody who's very open, and people think that they know me really well, but no.
You come across as somebody who's very extrovert, like.
Yeah. But I have to I'm a very shy person. Extremely shy, underconfident, fat syndrome, fat child syndrome, वो सब था. And then ये मेरा काम है, तो I have to be. And then there is that Karan also. But yeah.
I really like how stories and shows today show generational trauma, right? किस तरह उस पार्ट को कितना अच्छे से एक्सप्लोर किया जाता है, because मेरे हिसाब से what we are today is because of what
childhood traumas,
everything.
Yes.
Just some total of our experiences.
Yes. So I like इसमें भी there is you know. One more common factor is there that how these characters have had their relationships with their father. वो भी एक बहुत अच्छा एस्पेक्ट है जो एक्सप्लोर किया गया है. How has it been with your father growing up?
My father's a rock star. He's been strict. He's been my best friend. He's the reason why I'm here today, because he's trained me well. So I think he had seen a certain time post independence. You know, one of 8 children, made it in life. I am his 4th child. You know. तो वो सब देखते हुए, and there was a massive generation gap, and still he's pretty cool like that. एक टाइम तो हर child के उसमें आता है where you know you're very confused about whether your parents are right or whether your friends are right. तो but I was very nicely, एक तो बहनें भी थी बड़ी, कुछ मेरी एज की थी, कुछ ज़्यादा थी. Then there was a mom, then there was a dad. तो मेरे को boil down करते करते बहुत टाइम लगता था. I think now that I'm at this age and I look back, I think my dad did a fab job. Yeah. Because I've seen people with traumas, with their parents screwing up, and you know, I was like, dude, ये ठीक थे यार. ये सही क्या पापा में?
Different in my case is when the roles reversed and I had to be the father and he had to be the daughter. I mean, like I had to be the parent and he had to be the child. So it has been going on like that now.
Yeah, but that makes you tough. That makes you who you are today, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it definitely does.
है ना? Love Adhura is streaming on Amazon Mini TV. Please जाकर देखिए. बहुत मजा आएगा
जी.
और कुछ आप कहना चाहेंगे मेरी ऑडियंस से, so that they can go and watch this?
No, you have to. हम बड़ा 1.5 घंटा ट्रैफिक में आए यहाँ पर. अगर आपको नहीं पता कि बॉम्बे में सारे रेडियो वाले बड़े दूर हैं हमसे, तो प्लीज बहुत मेहनत की है हमने. You know what, it's actually a good show. झूठ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Radio Nasha.